Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. I request all the participants to mute yourselves for a while. A very warm welcome and good morning to all the participants once again on this day three of online FDP on development of entrepreneurship and managerial skills. So today we have with us Mr. Vivekananda Korangalekar, sir. I would like to briefly introduce you to all the participants about him. First of all, on behalf of Team Government Polytechnic Hingoli, I heartily welcome Mr. Vivekanand Koranglekar sir for accepting for being the guest for this session. So, Mr. Vivekanand Koranglekar sir has completed his bachelor's degree in production engineering. He has PG diploma in engineering management and HR management. He has several certifications in 5 years industrial safety engineering, data analytics and decision making, Industry 4.0, patent search for engineers and lawyers, design for quality manufacturing and assembly. He is also certified professional in energy manager as a project manager. He is also associated with Quality Council of India. Along with this, he is associated with several industrial bodies. So he is member of CII, Confederation of Indian Industries. He is also director of CMIA, Chamber of Marathwada Industries and Agriculture. He is also member of QCFI, which is Quality Circle Forum of India. Talking of his work experience, he has a very vast industrial experience of almost 30 years. He started his journey with Bajaj Auto Limited. He had work experience of 16 years there. From then, he moved on to Suzuki Motorcycle India. He worked there as divisional head for 5 years. Then he moved on to Rucha Technologies for 3 years. He was a plant head there, and currently he is working as director in Practical Vision Consultants, Aurangabad. So, with this brief introduction of our guest today, I hope all the participants will be immensely benefited by his talk. Once again, on behalf of Government Polytechnic Hingoli, I would like to welcome Mr. Vivekananda Korangalekar, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Sir, I request you to please proceed with the session. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, Mukesh sir, for the kind introduction and good morning to all. I hope I am audible to all.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. I request participants being this is a digital communication and because of the pandemic situation, I mean, every crisis throws some challenge to the society. This is a challenge for us. We are used to face-to-face communication, and these kind of seminars are more effective when we are more interactive and participative with each other. However, we have to accept the challenge thrown to us and we have to see how best we can utilize the technology to get connected. Everybody is sitting at the comfort of his office or home and still we are able to talk with each other. If we can use this effectively and enhance that additional skill, because I suppose everybody must be around 45, 50 plus. I myself is 55 plus age group and we find technology a bit challenging to address this issue. Coming back to our today's topic, marketing survey tools and technique. I taken a slight liberty of expanding the topic from marketing survey to market research because market survey is definitely important aspect and most of the things which we cover in market research need to be addressed by collecting the basic information in market survey. However, to put overall context, I prefer using the term market research, which definitely encompasses the market survey. Sir, I'll try to present my screen. I hope can I present my screen, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir, you can present.
Yeah, I will just share my screen so that.
Mukesh sir, if you stop your presenting, then sir will be able
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
to. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So now I am sharing my screen and then I'll open the So those who are getting connected through laptops or computers can see it properly. For mobile, it will be a bit challenge, but let us see how to address it. Okay, so my screen is seen by everybody. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Yeah, it is
Yes, sir.
visible. That's good.
It's
That's good.
visible.
So those who can see it will be able to get connected in a focused way. Otherwise, focusing only on the spoken words and creating the visual or image will be a bit challenge. As introduced, we are running a management consultancy firm called Practical Vision Consultants and providing our consultancy services to Aurangabad industries. At present, we are expanding beyond Aurangabad as well. And during our consultancy project, we handled many of the market survey related projects as well. So, though I am not from HR or I am not a regular speaker, I'll try to share my experiences with you. uh, Only one request, maybe we can have a half an hour, somebody if can collect from chat box the queries which are coming from the participants. Maybe after half an hour we'll take quickly look to those queries. I'll try to address it, and I'm planning the session around 1 hour or so, and then let us see how we move on it. So those who wish to ask questions can send in chat box, and I request from the coordinating committee, somebody can ask me, because it will be a bit distracting for me to go to the chat box, check it, and then continue the flow of the talk. Okay, marketing research.
Sure.
Yeah, so that will help us if anybody has got a query or some connectivity issue sometimes can happen. So somebody need to coordinate that. Thank you. Now, marketing research and survey tools and techniques. We'll quickly go through it. I'll not spend time in reading the agenda. I'll try to give the overall glimpse and overview of the topic, why it is important for the entrepreneur, and how even before starting his business, structured market research and market survey can give him definite direction in which he can proceed. Generally, when we read a word research, it is about lot of data collection, graphical presentations, and then we bog down by the complexity. But we'll try to make the marketing research simple in next 40 plus minutes. Now, we need to understand what market means. There are 4 dimensions to the market or market competition. How the market is defined. Cost, quality, time, and customization. Normally, we are aware of these basic 4 dimensions. What do we mean by these dimensions? As a customer, when we go in the market, our first requirement is the product should be cheaper. If I can save money by buying a product, I'll prefer that. That is how it happens. Traditionally, we are used to it. One of the basic reason behind that is maybe we were not cash rich. Our ancestors were definitely rich, but cash, liquid cash was not surplus. So obviously, the object was to save money, and whatever is cheap is definitely a better one. Sasta hai, acha hai. But then people started working somewhere. Through working, they started earning money, and when the money is in pocket, we don't mind spending couple of bucks more to get better features or better quality. Now this is a slight shift. Cost is still dominant, but now the customer is ready to pay a bit more for getting the assured quality or additional features. That is the second dimension to the market. Now, with cost and quality becoming 2 important dimensions, the third one entered in the market, and that is time. What is meant by time? See, and it is related with the development of the society. When we start earning money, normally we have to spend more time either in the business or in the job or service. we spend more time to earn more money, so time becomes scarce. And as time becomes scarce, we value it more. We say that whenever I want something, I don't want to wait for it. I'm ready to pay a bit more money, and sometimes I'm ready to compromise on quality if the need is met instantly. So customer in the market now says, I want cheaper product of the best quality on time. On time means whenever I need it, I should get it. And with these three dimensions, the market started working, industry responded quite well. With the mass production, industry ensured that they are reducing the cost because of scale of economies. At the same time, industry ensured that quality product is being manufactured. And because in mass production, fundamental definition, we produce in anticipation of market. Bulk of finished goods were available at the dealers and retailers for customer to grab. And that is how the first three dimensions of the market were met quite well. And then came the fourth dimension, that is customization. In customization, definitely a customer wants something to be designed for his own needs. सबके पास जो है वो अच्छा नहीं है. I want something because I am special. I want something special. That is how customer wanted to establish his supremacy in the society by owning something unique, which is addressing his own needs. Now, the basic dimensions are still there. Customer wants a cheap product. He wants of the best quality. He wants it on time, but at the same time, he wants it specifically and uniquely addressing his own needs. And that is creating a lot of problem in industry to address these complex issues. That will be a separate talk for our discussion. But here, the important thing is in customization, those companies or industries which are capturing the need of their customers well in advance, preparing their product in such a way that which can address directly the need of the customer or consumer, those products are succeeding like anything. And that is the beauty in the entire thing. So because of this fourth dimension, that is customization, company needs to know in advance what is the need of my customer. Accordingly, align their resources to make and deliver the product or services exactly to meet it when they need it of the best quality at the lowest price. Market survey or market research definitely help us to address this issue. Now, what is market research? We'll quickly go through American Marketing Association definition. Market research is a function which links consumer, customer, and public to the marketer through the systematic collecting, recording, and analyzing of information. This is few of you may think, what is the difference between consumer and customer? A classical difference is customer is the one who is buying the product. I mean, one who is paying for the product. He need not to be a consumer. Consumer is somebody like, to give a very simple example, suppose we bring toys for our kids. The customer is the parent who is buying the toy, but the consumer is the kid. Now, addressing the needs of these two are very important. And then, of course, the public, which has a perception, because public provide the status symbol to the product. So the perception of public is very important. And the entrepreneur or industry need to understand how their product will be perceived by the society. For this, market survey is being conducted to collect this information, record it, and analyze it in a systematic way. What we are going to do by taking this information? This information can be used to identify and define marketing opportunities and problems. Now, this is very interesting. What are the opportunities? There is a need in society, or somebody is in trouble, somebody wants something, somebody is having some problem. The entrepreneurs need to identify this as an opportunity to further his business. A simple example. During pending situation, there was a lockdown. And because of lockdown, markets were closed. As the vegetable markets were closed, few of the vegetable vendors identified this as an opportunity and they started to develop a direct home supply of the vegetable. Now we need to identify what is the problem currently in the society and then design our product and service to meet that demand. To capture the market, we must win the customer. And customer is in the market not to run our homes, but to fulfill his own needs. Any customer buys the product just to fulfill his own need. If we understand that need and if we can address that need effectively and efficiently, both words are important. If you can address the need effectively, it means customer will be happy and he will pay. Efficiently means while fulfilling the customer's need, you must be able to produce that product or service at a lower cost than customer is ready to pay. So addressing the customer need efficiently and effectively, you will be able to generate the business. Market research helps you to identify this need precisely. Generate, refine, and evaluate marketing actions. There are certain marketing actions which we need to do. How our where our market to be positioned and what kind of service or product we can give. How we can make it more user friendly. Those are the things which we can capture through market survey and market research. Monitoring market performance. Now in market survey, we can design a questionnaire in such a way that we can get information about our maybe publication channels, how we are reaching to the customer. We can ask the customer from where you got this information, whether it was through radio advertise or whether it was through TV advertise or whether it was through the local newspaper. And based on that, then we can decide how we are going to reach to the masses. Improve the understanding of the marketing as a process. This is very important. So marketing research encompasses all these activities through collecting the market, through collecting information through market survey. Okay. Now the scope of market research is market size, market growth rate, market trends, customer segmentation, assessing competition, and business environmental factors. We'll quickly try to understand each of these words. Market size. What is the market size? Because my company's production capacity should be addressing to the market size. First, I need to know what is the market size. Now, there are different parameters being used to define the market size. One is that total market size kitna in terms of maybe volume or rupees. 1,000 crore market, something like that. That can be one way of addressing market size. Another is whatever product you are making, how many of those products are being consumed by the society or being sold in the market. You just can go by the number. So we can say that two-wheeler market is around 5 million vehicles. Now, if you are thinking you want to start something in that sector, you need to know what is the total market size with respect to number of units being manufactured. Next one is a market growth rate. At what rate market is growing, we need to understand. There are different technological innovations which are at times giving a surge in a growth and then it gets collapsed as well. A consistent increase in demand helps us to understand the market and make our strategy to grow our business along with the growth in the market. So we need to understand what is the trend, what are the marketing trends, what are the new things which are coming. Interesting example which we all of us have seen, that we were using the mobile phones which are quite big one. We used to call that a brick mobile. Then QWERTY, it was a touch type mobile. It has changed from that to touch screen. Instead of pressing the key, now we can use the touch screen kind of mobile. And we know the decline of the great company called Nokia, having 70% plus market share, losing the market just because they could not keep with the change in the technology, because they failed to grasp the market trend. They thought that their earlier version of QWERTY kind of phone is a better one because it was sturdy, it was cheaper, and here they failed to make the differentiation between customer and consumer. They thought that customer is the one who is paying money. So they did a market survey. They asked their customers which phone you will prefer, टच स्क्रीन वाला लेंगे या conventional keys wala lenge, and customer said that yeah, we are going to with the keys one because it is cheaper, it is sturdy, it is last longing, and we know the history. They didn't succeed. It was not the failure of the market survey per se, but the target audience of the market survey was misplaced. All of us know this fact. Who decides which mobile to be purchased in your home? Though you are a buyer and technically you are a customer, you are not the one who is deciding. Your kids will decide it. And kids will obviously go for something which is techno savvy. Being techno savvy, they will try to go for something which is sophisticated, which is easy, which can help them to enjoy not only communication but many other features. And that is where Nokia failed. They only relied on the customer market survey. So we need to understand what is the market trend, what is happening in the market. Another similar story is, maybe I can quote, this picture tube TV, which was ruling the world, and probably few of you might be knowing that Videocon is world's largest picture tube manufacturer. How did they become the world's largest manufacturer? Because all these smart companies with the flat screen LCD or LED kind of screens, when this technology came in the market, the cost of these screens or TV was maybe 50,000 plus, and at that time these picture tube was around 10,000, even color TV was less than 10,000. And then Videocon obviously thought they can get a good share of market because of the price differential, and they purchased the patent for picture tube. So they purchased it from, I think, Samsung and many other companies which were having this picture tube technology. They became the world's largest picture tube manufacturer, but they could not convert that strength to making TVs, because by the time they were able to manufacture that, the market was completely swept by LCD and LED kind of screens. So we need to have a very close eye on the direction in which the market is moving. Market trends are very important. Next one is market research talks about something, getting information about the customer segmentation. Now, what is customer segmentation? We need to understand what is the gender of for the target audience, male, female, or boys, girls. Then we need to understand their educational background. We need to understand their religious or social status. Based on that, we can make some educated guess about the probable consumption of our product. So market segmentation helps us to target the market in a better way to address specific needs of the specific sector. Market research also helps us to assess the competition. Who are the players in the market? At what rate? At what price? At what are their additional features of the product? We can get basic information and we can understand the customer's perception about our competitors. Business environment factors are now becoming very crucial and critical. We don't know at what point of time some social organization or NGO will come up and they will say that a particular product is detrimental to the environment. They will seek to ban that product or usage, and if the companies are not keeping track and tab on these movements, will eventually get caught wrong-footed. Market research is about from market size, market growth rate, market trends, customer segmentation, assessing competition and environmental factors, and much more. In market research and market survey, whatever information we capture is very much useful for doing the SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. We need to evaluate what are the strengths of our business. We need to understand the weaknesses so that we can either guard them or prevent getting it exposed directly to the competitors. We need to spot the opportunities in the market. At the same time, we have to understand threat to our business. Like more battery operated vehicle on one or other day definitely put challenge and question mark on the growth of internal combustion engine or fuel driven vehicles. So we need to understand what is happening around us, and market survey gives us that information. Instinct, we have to talk about the capabilities, competitive advantage, resource, assets and people, experience, knowledge and data, financial reserves and returns, marketing reach, innovative aspects, geographical location, price, value and quality, process systems, communication, and advantages of the proposition. What is the value proposition through our product we are offering to our customer? We need to understand this, and we should be aware of our strengths. If you are aware of your strength, you can play with your core strength. If the game is outside your core competency, you can take a cautious approach not to participate. Similarly, you need to get a clear picture about your weaknesses as seen by your competitors or as seen by the public at large. What your customer thinks about lack of capabilities. Based on your service and product, customer will say what is the strength of a particular company, what is the weakness, what they are not offering, and that is what is I call it as a lack of capabilities, gap in competitive strengths. So your product or service is compared with somebody else product or service, and then the customer says that इनके product में ये चीज नहीं है, इनके service में ये चीज नहीं है. Now that is what we have to pick up, and that is the weakness of our product or service, which either we have to address and eliminate or guard it. Reputation, presence and reach, time scales, deadlines and pressures, financials, cash flow, continuity, effect on the core activities, reliability of data, plan and project, and management cover and succession. So these are the weaknesses which we need to understand through the market survey. Similarly, we need to identify few of the opportunities as well, how the market is developing, what are the industries, lifestyle trends, what are the innovation and technological developments happening in our field, what are the global influences which can disturb the local market, what are the market dimensions, verticals and horizontal integration, what is our target market, what is the geographical import and export conditions, what are the major contracts which are happening, and then business and product development. So we have to identify these opportunities in our SWOT analysis. Talking about the threats, market, political, economical effects, legislative effects, environmental effects, competitive intentions, market demand, innovation in technology, services and ideas, new contracts, partners, loss of resources, obstacle to be faced. Now, these are the things which we need to address by getting right information, by designing a right questionnaire, collecting data from the market, and then providing this information in SWOT analysis.
Hello,
In market research, hello, sir.
Korangale sir. Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you. We
Yeah.
have a question from one of the participants. Is it
Yeah.
time to take the question now or at the end of the presentation?
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. We can take a question.
Okay, sir. We have a question from Mr. Raghavendra Upadhyay in the chat
Yeah.
section.
Yeah.
He asks you, as per your view, what were the reasons for success of Jio, even though till then they were not the major player in telecom services? And how is it related to market survey, if it is?
Okay. Okay. That's a good question, sir, and I'll try to answer based on my understanding of the market.
Yes.
Jio, being a Indian brand and the manufacturer is from our soil, or the service provider is from India, he understands the Indian side quite well. He knew that whatever is cheaper or for that matter free will capture the imagination of the people. He built his entire empire around providing the services at the lowest prices. Being a very cash rich company and having a deep pocket, he was not much worried about the initial losses, which obviously a threat for any new business owner. Reliance being a very cash rich company, big uh, cash reserves, they decided the entire marketing strategy for that. And for that, they offer the cheaper services, but cheap doesn't mean cheap in service. I mean, quality was not cheap, quality was best, cost was cheap. They provided and they ensured that the connectivity is the issue. They provided good connectivity. For that, they definitely they are not they were it was not a technology company in a sense that they did a research in those things, but being cash rich they could get the best of the technology and put in place. Now what is the basically what I can say the business model behind that? And it is not only the Jio's model, you can think from Google also. So you will appreciate one thing, we are using Google, all of us use Google. How much we pay for using Google? Nothing. It's free of cost. But still it is one of the richest company in the world. How did they become richest? The business model is now fastly changing from trying to earn directly for your product or service, get your customer tied to you, and through that contact, leverage that for doing many other businesses. So Google offering a number of services, but offering you the basic search free of cost. Similarly, Jio offered you the connectivity free of cost or at a very throwaway price, I will say, though not free. And then they captured the entire market. Now being they are connected to the masses through their services, and people are not ready to switch over because of the cost factor, they can introduce any service or whosoever is a service provider, be it online marketing and those kind of thing. They have to take Jio as a vehicle to reach to the people, and that is where their business model is lying. Probably you may be aware that Reliance is the only company in the world having direct collaboration with Microsoft. Then I think Microsoft के साथ भी है इनका, Google भी है, and third one Facebook. So these three mass reaching companies are tied to one company in India because India contributes almost the 20% of the world's population. 5 में से 1 इंडियन है वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन में. तो इतने बड़े मार्केट में सब लोगों के साथ कनेक्ट होने के लिए जियो created that infrastructure. Whatever money they might have put till now, they might not have got it back, but now they are poised and nobody can dispose them of. Hope I answered your question, sir. Okay, so please keep asking question because I find it a bit difficult to stare at the screen and then go on delivering question. So this participation will help us to make it more lively. Okay.
Sure, sir. I request participants to be interactive and we can take questions in between.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime question, it will help us to understand that I can reach to the people and I understand what they are asking, right? Okay. Now in marketing research, the target market dimensions, normally and popularly known as 4P, product, place, promotion, and price. There are certain factors in each of these. We'll just try to quickly address what are the factors which come in each of these target dimension. In product, the physical goods or services. What is your product that you need to understand? What are its features? What are its benefits? What is its unique selling point? How it is better as compared to other products? What is its customization is USP? Then what is its quality level? Everything can be, there is a market for every product. A high quality product is definitely having a market, but that doesn't mean only high quality product can be sold in the market. We understand the China's success. They brought everything to the level of 49 rupees and 98 rupees, and then they tried to capture the market. Unfortunately, in India, their strategy didn't work because they thought that Indian will accept anything which is cheaper. Initially, definitely all of us bought that 49 and 98 rupees store products coming from China. But once we knew that there is a definitely quality issue involved in the Chinese product, now we are more hesitant and suspicious in buying Chinese product. And they paid a very high price for that. 300-400 रुपए में बाइसिकल और 2 रुपए में सेल बेच के चाइना हैज created a question mark in front of their capabilities. In fact, necessarily not that whatever China makes is of bad quality or inferior quality. China is capable of making world's best product. You may be aware that iPhone, being considered for its quality as best in the world, manufactured in China, particularly when they went for this touch screen kind of thing, and the top should be now we call that as a Gorilla Glass. That first time was being introduced in Apple. It was a last minute decision. Apple has already announced that they are going to make their product available in the malls. As we know, if they are going to declare something on 15th, from 14th night, there is a long queue outside the mall to get the first piece. So they have announced, and last minute, it was decided that they are going to change the conventional glass to the Gorilla Glass. The manufacturer was only in China, Foxconn, I suppose. Yeah, Foxconn was that. And then China created that quality, world's best phone in China. But their strategic mistake for India market was they supplied anything which is cheap and of inferior quality to India, and now we are suspicious of buying anything coming from China. We say, Bhagwan Bharose, we can't rely on it. So we need to understand what is our quality level and are we going to meet the customer's basic expectations, though not going beyond it.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have one more interesting question from Mr.
Yes, sir.
Viraj Timbadia. Is there any tool to assess the creativity of the product during design or research? Is creativity an individual perception and it keeps on changing person to person?
Good question, sir. Now, creativity is, suppose I am a customer, to understand my need doesn't call for any creativity because it is me as a customer defining, I want this. But to fulfill my need, definitely we need creativity. This can be multi-directional. One of that is how I can fulfill that need. Second, how much money a customer is ready to pay for it. How to make and manufacture that particular product within that limits. And design thinking is one of the very good tool which can help you to develop this creativity right from the understanding customer need to giving him the product. So design thinking is one of the tools which will help you to directly answer this question. Then creativity is about sometimes customer is not aware what he needs, right? And creativity is creating something which will capture the imagination of the customer and deliver it. So there are two things I said. If the customer is stating his need directly, I don't need any creativity in understanding that. I need creativity to fulfill or deliver a product to fulfill the need. But sometimes I need a creativity to create something and create that need in the market. And there are many such products which were not envisaged by the customer. First it came, people started using it, and then the need was found. We know all this mobile usage is the product of last 20 years market development or product development in the market. Prior to that, let us say 30 years back, mobile se baat kar sakte the, that was definitely established one, even in 1990s. But nobody thought that mobile will become a extended body part the way it is today, 30 years back. So those who are involved in this development are continuously finding one or other application, and then they are thinking, how can I integrate that in my product? Then how I can make it user friendly for my audience or my customer. And once it become the customer's best choice, they make business out of it. So all top 10 companies in the world are not were not existing some 20-30 years back in their respective fields. So yes, creativity is required to create a need, and to address need, yes, you need to create the product or service by capturing that imagination. I'll just like to make a slight distinction here. Customer satisfaction was a norm. Grahakache Samadhan. That was the only thing on which business ran in 20th century. In 21st century, this requirement has changed now. Customer satisfaction is taken for granted. If customer is not satisfied, you cannot be in business. But now the norm is beyond customer satisfaction, that is customer delight. And there is a definite difference between satisfaction and delight. Satisfaction is about delivering what is expected, and delight is delivering something more than expected. To provide that additional, what customer is not expecting, within his budget, within his experience, is what creativity is required. And design thinking is an area which we can use. Hope I answered your question. Let's see. Okay. We are talking about the marketing research and target market dimensions. So there are certain things related to the product: installation, warranty, product lines, packaging, branding, everything counts in product. And we need to address each of these factor at the time of design only. पार्ट बनाएंगे, लोगों को यूज करने के लिए देंगे, उसके बाद में उसके पैकेजिंग या ब्रांडिंग के बारे में सोचेंगे, ये अभी नहीं है. In simultaneous engineering, people are parallelly thinking of all these aspects and delivering a product. In Atomboil, the product development cycle was in years. Four-wheeler, minimum 5 years. And two-wheeler, it was at least 3 years. So whatever is coming on the drawing board was delivered to the market in 3 years. And that was not long ago, just 20 years before. Now, the year has gone. The product development cycle is in months. Two-wheeler can be designed and delivered within 6 months, from drawing board to the market, within 6 months. Four-wheeler, around 1 year max. Version to uske pehle ban jate hai. Why I am giving these as examples? These are the critical thing, how people are able to address these things by picking up all the factors right from the design stage and developing it. Sequential approach में इसके लिए 5 साल लगते थे. Now, if you take 5 years for developing a product, probably the need is evaporated and there is no more market for which you have designed the product. So it need to be instantaneous. Time is becoming shorter in everybody's life. So 24 hours a day, time is still same. The possession of an individual over time is getting reduced, and that is how time is becoming scarce and scarce in everybody's life. So in the fast-paced world, Atomboil एटलीस्ट महीने की बात करते हैं. मोबाइल में आप किसी को दिखाओ, मैंने कल ये मोबाइल लिया है, द अदर पर्सन विल डेफिनेटली से, अरे आज रुकना था ना, आज इनका नया मॉडल आ रहा है. So it is almost coming to the days, and though not hours, it is definitely in days. We need to understand this, how the things are moving, and to equip and align our design to manufacturing and delivery. Design to delivery, the entire infrastructure need to be aligned to the customer need. Business cannot operate in isolation of its own. We cannot manufacture for the sake of manufacturing. We can manufacture something only to fulfill the customer's need. And market research is a media through which we can capture these customer needs. Okay, moving ahead from product to place. In place, target market, where I'm going to sell the product. What is my sales chain? Ease of reach to the market. What is my market exposure? What are the consumption points? What are the location of the stores? If I can reduce the distance between the provision and consumption, if you can deliver something at the point of consumption, obviously The moment some need is there, and if product is there, it will get consumed. So the beauty in marketing is identify these consumption points and make your product available right at the consumption point. Then, of course, what is transport, what is storage, what are the service levels, recruiting the middleman or distribution channel. Am I going to give it something to a distributor, then to the retailer, then to the individual? Now, those are the decisions which we need to take while we are developing a product, and that is P or place in the 4 Ps. The third P is promotion, target audience, message, salespeople, number, selection, training, motivation. Now, these things are very important. How we are going to promote our product. In the digital world, this has become an integrated approach. All of a sudden, you will start finding certain people writing blogs and they are talking about some need in the society. So those who are reading, after reading that, they will realize, oh, this is a need in the market. They will start. And see, at the same time, they will start seeing some ads, some promotional talks. They will be offered to try some products. And this will create an image in the customer mind that the product is not forced on him, but he has identified need for himself, though through reading, which was a planted one, but he will think he is the one who is making decision. And key is we need to make our customer feel that he is in charge. Though unfortunately, these big marketing giants are controlling how people should think, what emotions they should display at certain things. Those are being communicated through successful models, be heroes from the big movies, or maybe the heroes from our cricket and those kind of games. They are communicating certain messages, how one should express their feeling in public while using a particular product, and then product becomes synonymous to that particular event, and then they go on buying it. So this indirect messaging and controlling the minds or capturing mind is the game. And for that, these promotional activities are very important. What is your advertising target? What is your message? What is your media? Whether you are reaching to the people through exhibitions, or what are your sales promotional and publicity events. Those all is captured in your promotion. Last but definitely not least, price is still important in the market, and given all other conditions are equal, whatever is of low cost will be purchased by the customer. So in price, we need to understand what is my pricing strategy. Low pricing, yes, still it is good, but premium pricing is also a strategy. Few people say that we will not compete in low cost market because they want to establish the superiority of the product. They just want to show to the people that the product is having certain status symbol. Just by product, one can show that he is successful. That is how different vehicle manufacturers, or for that matter, these branding companies say that somebody who is successful using this, and they attach premium pricing to their product for the status symbol. We need to know what is the price of our product and how we are going to reach it. Then, is the pricing flexible? What is the exchange bonus? What are the loyalty benefits? What is the lease price? What are the discounts, allowances, and payment terms? Now, these are the things which we need to decide, for which we capture data only and only through various market surveys. Sitting in a drawing room or office, we cannot imagine how our market will respond to our product. What should be the pricing range? How much customer ready to pay? Whether they are going to pay in one installment, directly buyout, or through multiple installments. Now, if you know the background financial conditions of your customer or your market, you can design your product to fulfill that particular requirement of your customer. So these 4 Ps are very important, and each of the factor in these 4 dimensions are addressed by collecting the information from the market or customer. To for succeeding any business, 5 factors framework or 5 forces framework was proposed by Porter. So this is a very famous 5 force framework by Porter. These 5 factors are bargaining power of supplier, bargaining power of the buyer, what are the threats from new entrants, and what are the threats of substitutes. We need to understand that. And the 5th factor is what is the current industry rivalry, how the industry members help to each other or do not help each other. We need to understand this, and for this we need to conduct a definite market survey. So I'll quickly go through few of the points which are listed here. It's a quite elaborate topic. Before that, maybe if somebody is having some question, we can take that question, or I'll move ahead with 5 forces framework
Sir,
to analyze
we
the
have one
competition.
question, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. We have one question
Yes. Yeah,
from
please.
Mr. Raghavendra Upadhyay.
Yes,
It
sir.
has been said that big players create market. Many
Yeah.
times it seems to me Corona is created for marketing because first mask, then sanitizer, and now the vaccine. But still, experts says even after vaccine, keep on masking and sanitizing. All of above software companies and service providers being benefited. How can one study this by marketing survey?
Uh, it's a rather more perception than because whatever questions which we'll be designing to collect information through market survey, people will give their perceptions. It is a bit difficult to say, particularly in public forum, whether the corona is real or created one, right? You will agree that particularly government initiated program will prohibit to give our personal opinions about this. When official stand is corona is real, we have to accept that it is real. Having said that, I mean, you might have got what I mean to say. I will. I hope Upadhyay sir will agree with me on this. It is a bit difficult to give our personal perceptions, but yes, what are the businesses which have got immensely benefited because of this corona? Mask cost of mask is too low, and though huge consumption and compulsion to use the mask is there, definitely it is not the intention of some mask manufacturers to create the threat. So mask and sanitizer are low cost items, and market is not that high. Yes, for vaccine, it's a big ticket product. Definitely people will think कि वैक्सीन बेचने के लिए ये सब चल रहा है क्या, but we need to keep our opinions reserved on that account. There are some other aspects as well coming out of this, but corona has helped to proceed. One is, and those who are having a real clout on the entire world, in a way, this digital communication, the companies which are offering these digital services and all these digital equipment, they are definitely manufacturers, they are definitely immensely benefited because of this pandemic situation. Now you can one way say that they are providing solution and they are charging a bit what is fair price to it, or you can say that they are so powerful that they are creating the need for their product. It's a bit difficult to answer the question rightly sir. Private में हम बात कर पाएंगे तो शायद थोड़ा ज्यादा बात करेंगे इस पे.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope we
Thank
agree.
you. I agree with you.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Just a minute. Yes. Now we'll quickly go through. Sir, how much time we have got? 15 more minutes.
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Yeah.
We have.
Just a few more slides. I'll quickly go through this. I'll not elaborate on each of the point because this one slide will take more than an hour to understand. What is important in this slide is what are the entry barriers. There are different types of products, and the established players or industries in that particular product manufacturing or marketing, ensure that there should be minimal threat from the new entrants. So they create different kinds of entry barriers. Now, what is entry barrier? Few businesses are need huge money initially, so cash is one of the entry barrier. Few requires a high technology kind of thing, and because the technology is patented, only few companies are having access to use that particular technology. That becomes another barrier. Few businesses require huge manpower and availability of the skill set to perform in that type of industry, becomes the entry level barrier. So there are different, and then of course some of companies, particularly the European and American companies, they are being too environment conscious to start any business related to which can damage environment. Starting those businesses overseas is a problem, so they are finding some third world countries where they can start these businesses. So the laws of a particular country, how they frame it, is also an entry barrier. So there are different types of entry barrier. We need to understand how they are and how we are going to overcome them. What are the government policies and what is the response, or how we can move ahead in that. Rivalry determinants are how the industry is growing, who are the players, whether the new entrant is accepted, is there the cutthroat competition even leading to kill the industry itself, or there is a cartel. Both things are dangerous. If the industry rivalry is very high, the total industry comes under threat of getting extinguished because the inter-rivalry. Similarly, if the cartel is there, customer and market can be hijacked. The interest of the industry is only protected by those who are having the cartel and having the complete cloud. So for namesake, there are different companies, but all are operating in collision with each other, and it's a one company, so it becomes a monopolistic market. We need to understand what are the determinants of the supplier power also. Who are our supplier? Whatever we manufacture or provide service, we need a set of supplier. Now, what is the condition of the supplier? Are they integrated? Are they committed? At what level they offer their service or product? We need to understand what is the cost level and what is the consistency or reliability of these suppliers. Doing a business on if your supplier base is not stable, your growth comes under danger and it can topple anytime. Similarly, we need to understand what kind of market in which you are operating, whether it is a seller's market or buyer's market. If it is a seller's market, what and how the established player are going, or we are from the established player. If it is a buyer's market, then how it will behave. Who are the important players in the buyer's market? How they are determining the pricing and payment terms, and are they right for growth of our business. We just need to understand, collect data through our market survey for each of the point which is given in this Porter 5 Force framework, and then make a informed choice. Data collection is required to make the informed choice. At some point of time, a decision making needs to be done. Decision is selecting amongst choices. If choices are there, one need to be selecting based on the right information. So right real-time information is key for right decisions. So I hope we have just touched what is market research and try to understand its scope, where this market research can be done. Now for market research, there are four major sectors or four types. One is of demography and another is geography. Third one is a behavioral and fourth one is a psychographic. Now demography is all about, as I said, how the gender population is there, what is the age divide is there, what is the educational background is, what is the professional one, what is the economic status of our target market, and based on real data related to this, we can position our product to a specific target group. For geography, we need to understand where we are going to manufacture, where we are going to sell, where it is going to be used, how it is going to get used, what are the local traditions, rules, laws, policies, what is the framework, what is the network, and what kind of real network we need. If you have right data about this geography, you can work well in this market. I just remember, I just wanted to give a very interesting information. I know one person who used to send letters to Panch and Sarpanch in villages. Every day he used to send at least 50 letters to different villages in the state. Over a period, I think for a period of 10, 15, 20 years, he used to establish this contact. Through that, then he got connected himself to the weekly bazaars, Athodi Bazar, जे म्हणतो आपण. And in that, he knew who are the sellers of which product. And the information was so rich. An individual collected out of his passion to get connected with the rural states. Now he is on advisory panel of many government panels, as well as private companies are after him to get this database. So information and data is the fuel for new economy, and market survey is a vehicle to get that data. Two more aspects, behavioral and psychographic. In behavioral market research, we try to understand how persons behave in a particular situation, what they buy when they are under stress, how they celebrate when they want to enjoy, how they spend their routine, what are the things and how they use it. In behavior, we need to understand these things and then try to find out and position our product. If you force people to change their behavior to use your product, it will be a risky proposition. But if you suit your product so that they don't need to change their behavior, they think, okay, this is from my area. Similarly, psychographic games are being played in the mind of the customer to capture his mind, and then through his mind, the way is to reach to their pockets. Market research is for two types of businesses. One is B2B, what we call as business to business. Another is business to individual customer. There are certain aspects in that: product application. Business to business products are complex. Business to customer, they need to be essentially simpler one. Decision making units are also complex for B2B. B2C, they are simple. Number of customers are less in B2B, but consumption is very high. Inverse is the case in case of B2C, where number of customers are very high, but per customer consumption is very low. Relationship, business to business must be personal, and business to customer, it is created by brand loyalty. Marketing strategies, marketing of process is what very important in business to business, whereas in business to customer, it is the product value. Nowadays, marketing, the process has become a strength. Many restaurants are advertising, you come and visit our restaurant. They say that our kitchen is at center and there are no walls to our kitchen, but it is covered by the glass. So you can see the kind of hygiene we are maintaining in our kitchen. And you can see that what they are marketing. They are not only marketing the taste of their restaurant, but they are marketing the process. People are becoming more and more health conscious. They want a hygienic product. And that is what is being captured by a few of the restaurants, and they make in front of you. They say that you can look in our kitchen through the glass walls, which is at the center of the hall, and then you can see how we are making your product. Now, that is nothing but marketing of the process. This particular thing is being practiced in many other businesses as well, to ensure that people are creating one-on-one relationship with your product. Okay. Then market research. Most of the time we think that we'll make a product, we'll design it, we'll identify, and then we'll do the market research. But market research is even you do not have any idea in your mind of the product. In market research, first you have to capture the customer's need. So whosoever wants to start a business, a new entrepreneur, when he wants to start the business, that moment he should think of market research. So now is the only answer for market research. Even if recession is there, market research is essential. When you find opportunity, market research is there. So market research, there is no time to start the market research. It is you need to start instantly, and it helps you to take informed business decision all along, from product concept to design to prototype to its trials to its sell usage, maybe to the disposal, and maybe creating the new one. So that is the entire time span when individual should do a market research to be a successful entrepreneur. Now, to market research, as we said that we have to conduct certain survey, but we need to understand what should be my immediate target area. Should I go to the customer who is using product? Should I go to my prospective customer who may use it? Those who are complaining about the existing product, are they my target audience? Now we need to understand all these are my probable customers. Survey has to be conducted on a wide spectrum to collect a good amount of data and have a proper database to lead to certain decisions. दो लोगों को पूछ के किया है will become a problematic. 2 से 4 अच्छे और 4 से 400 अच्छे है. So we need to think how we can increase this number. Of course, why market research? As I said, whether I have designed the right product, whether I am manufacturing the right product, whether I am selling it in the right way, whether my customers are using my product in the right way, and are they fulfilling its requirement? Are they aspiring for any development in my product? Market research will provide answer to all these questions. I think this should be my last slide. Prior to that, I'd like to have a few questions, sir.
Yeah,
Hello?
participants, if there are any questions, you can please post in chat, or you can have one-to-one talk with our guest.
This being the last slide, it is about how we are going to decide about our product. What is the market share and what is the market growth? If you can capture this information through market survey and market research, then we can position our product in 4 quadrants, like dogs, cash cows, question marks, and stars. Now, these are just the names given to it. There are specific strategies to be adopted. These strategies are based on the data which we collect. Suppose our market share is very high, market growth is low, so new persons will not come in that market, and those are called as cash cows. Low market growth, high market share, cash generating, and harvest or milk. Exploit the market to the best possible extent, क्योंकि आज नहीं तो कल market खत्म होने वाला है, and you take out your money, earn max profit. When the market growth is high, but your market share is less, there is a question mark. Maybe you have to think of divesting, or you have to select only few of the products. High market growth, low market share, cash is absorbed in this. We have to take a call. Am I going to build on this condition, or I am going to come out of that? If the market share is low and market growth is low, it means cash drain is happening. Instantly, we should liquidate and come out of that market. And then the star market is only there where the market share is also high and the market growth is also high. This is a very high cash input as well as cash outflow. And we should be holding in this, we should be investing. So where we should be focusing all our resources, we can take decision about investment, divestment, liquidation, or exploitation based on the data which we collect through these market survey. Sir, can I switch over to the? I'll stop the presentation.
Yes, sir, you can. Meanwhile, participants,
Uh,
if there are any questions, you can please have
yes.
in the chat section, or you can have one-to-one conversation.
Sir, I want to ask a question.
Please, sir.
Sir, I want to ask the question related to farmer situation.
Yes, sir.
Uh, means beautifully you explained the different tools of marketing survey,
Yeah.
and it seems that obviously there is need of agriculture products in the market. Even
Yes, sir.
they are the essential goods for survival of living persons.
Yes, sir.
And we are having this market survey as a big tool.
Yes, sir.
So, how actually this market survey tool can help to sort out the farmers' problem, and how to use that tool actually to just improve the conditions of farmers, because I belong to a farmer family and I know with the agriculture nowadays it is very it is becoming very difficult to earn our livings.
I entirely agree with you, and thank you for asking this question because it is giving me an opportunity to share my experience in doing this particular work. Our consultancy firm is engaged in various market surveys related to the farm produce. Now, as we understand that in a particular area, particular crop or fruit or vegetable is manufactured in big way because of the soil conditions or because the know-how is there available in that particular area. And this particular product, I don't know the English equivalent this thing sentence for मराठीत जसं आपण म्हणतो पिकतं तिथं विकत नाही. Whatever is being generated in a particular place, we don't value it at that place. Market research will help us in multiple ways. One, we can identify the right market for that product. Second, by identifying what is being produced as agro produce here, a value added what processing or agro processing unit which we can install in that particular area, which will add a value to the agro product, and then that can be packaged and sold elsewhere. There are various regions in even in Marathwada which are very much popular for this thing. In one of our survey, we came to know that there is one village, I forgot its name, in Usmanabad district. That village is making what we call as dhana, kothimbir, in a very big way, and they are exporting it. So exporting grapes and mango, we know, but there is a big market for whatever we manufacture in a conventional way at our places. We need to know exactly what is the produce, in what quantity we are making it, and we have to identify what all byproducts we can make, what kind of processing units which we can install, and where the real market is, which will pay us for that. So, as you rightly said, sir, we must use these tools, and we are doing this in various regions. एक रीजन में 200 से ज्यादा फार्मर के लिए हम उनके रीजन में नियर टू जालना डिस्ट्रिक्ट what are their produce. Mr. Butkar is the one who is coordinating it from farmer side. We are collecting data about the fruit being manufactured there and what kind of processing unit which we can install there, because whatever you produce, when we produce it, it has no value because everybody is bringing the same product in the market at the same time. Particularly it happens about onion. 50 रुपए केजी भी रहता है और 50 पैसे केजी भी होता है. So we need to find out the ways for preserving it through agro processing, and then we have to connect the demand to the supply. If we can establish supply to the demand, supply can get its due value. Yes, sir.
Uh, Sir, actually, what I want to say, actually, when I was doing engineering, it is BE,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays it is BTech. But
Yeah.
nowadays it is BTech. Means
Mm-hmm.
earlier bachelor in engineering, but now it's a bachelor in technology.
Technology.
And even people are getting much more money if they are MBA nowadays, the business administration.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we are talking about the farmers, everybody is telling us ki, use the technology, use the increase the production, value addition, all that. But what I
Mm-hmm.
feel ki whatever management is that is related to marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So still, I'm not finding the people who answer about the markets of the agriculture. Ki how matlab Kishan will be a dominant player in the agriculture market because even I am seeing nowadays, just earlier I am talking about the geo in the communication, but now it's that geo market kind of the things,
Yeah. Geo
and they are
market.
selling all that.
Mm-hmm.
So means I hope you are getting key. That's okay. Value addition, soil testing, using good technologies, but still that will take a long time. Till then, many generation may may
Yeah. Yeah.
gone. But what about the marketing and how actually marketing related to agri business or agri products can be what I feel market oriented.
To answer very briefly, sir, earlier the digital marketing was a quite costlier affair, and it was being controlled by having those who can have the directly control over the technology were controlling this particular digital marketing. But nowadays, through WhatsApp group, people are getting connected with each other, and they are doing this in a much better and efficient way. So creating a WhatsApp group hardly requires any money or hardly requires a high level of technology input. But then through that, people are getting connected, and that is where this pandemic situation was. People created their own e-marketing hubs through these free of cost social media network, and now they are thinking of making a proper website through which they can ensure the transaction money and all that. But reaching to the masses is a need. Whatever is being manufactured by the farmer in his farm, unless he finds somebody who can pay him more, and the one who is ready to pay him more is definitely beyond his normal reach. It is at some distance from the place where it is getting manufactured. क्योंकि जहां मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा है वहां तो उसका ऑलरेडी सप्लाई ज्यादा है. When supply is more, price will not be there. So he need to reach to the market which is at some distance where this product is a rarity, it is in scarcity, and this nowadays being happening through the digital marketing as far as marketing is concerned. The another aspect is those who are learning technology and those kind of advanced things do not understand how the farming is actually being done, and those who are doing and getting engaged only in farming are still think okay ये तो सब किताबें में होता है यार, हमारा काम तो अलग है, हम तो धूप में ही काम करेंगे. Now we need to bridge the gap. Those who are son of soil and having the access and education of this technology need to come and convince farmer, because in our interaction we find that farmers are also at sometimes believe in their traditional knowledge. They don't want to experiment many things, and those who are doing it, what we call them प्रगतिशील शेतकरी, they are there. पैंट शर्ट पहन के खेती होती ही नहीं ऐसी बात नहीं हो सकती है. So instead of branding people like this कि शर्ट पैंट पहन के थोड़ी खेती होती है, we have to find out the ways to overcome these what I call them as a regimental dogmas in which people get they don't come out of that mindset. तो ये माइंडसेट थोड़ा ब्रेक होना जरूरी है सर, कि पैंट शर्ट पहनने वाले को भी खेती का समझ सकता है और खेती में जो है वो इंजीनियरिंग समझेगा, एंड देन wherever it is being manufactured it need to be sold at some distance. वो डिस्टेंस 100 किलोमीटर का है, 10 किलोमीटर का है, 1000 किलोमीटर का है, दैट मैटर्स because price will depend on that. So new technology will definitely help people to reach to the masses. Better communication network, better transportation facilities will help us to ensure that whatever is manufactured is delivered at the point of consumption. मार्केट सर्वे में हमने ये सब चीजें देखी है, खेती में बन रहा है और घर में यूज होना है, इसमें जो डिस्टेंस ज्यादा रहेगा तो प्राइस ज्यादा रहेगी, बट देन इट शुड नॉट गेट डिटेरियोरेटेड. मिल्क प्रोडक्शन एंड मिल्क कंजम्पशन, जितने घंटे का डिस्टेंस आएगा उतने घंटा उसकी क्वालिटी डिटेरियोरेट होगी. हाउ वी कैन प्रिजर्व द क्वालिटी ओवर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, ओवर पीरियड ऑफ डिस्टेंस, एंड देन स्टिल कैन लीड इट. तो ये होगा सर, धीरे धीरे हो रहा है, बट एज यू राइटली सेड, generations are required to overcome this, and today unfortunately farmers are really paying a very high price for the hard work not getting really valued and returned back by the society.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your views. I hope through this session we will I'm able to draw the attention of intellectuals towards this side, and you correctly said we need to go on the both ways, from farmer to modernization and from modern
Yes, sir.
to field also. I hope we have the technological and modern people and will dare to go towards the farm.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if there are any questions, we can have one or two questions. If not, we are at the end of the session.
Yeah.
Quickly, one or two questions, if any, please, you can have in chat, or you can have one-to-one conversation with our guest.
Thank you very much, Vivek sir, Vivekanand sir. It is a really an interesting and smooth session for this particular FDP, and you have justified your content of market research very well. On the behalf of participant, on the behalf of Government Polytechnic Hingoli and my department, being a coordinator of this event, I would like to give your thanks very much for your delivery of this content. Thank you very much, sir. Vivekanand sir.
Thank you from my side to all participants and organizers as well. It was really a seamless session where technology glitches were not there. Otherwise, connect hota hai, nahi hota hai, sun pa rahe, nahi sun pa rahe, those kind of issues normally happen in this kind of communication. I am really thankful to the organizer and all the participants.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. I request all the participants to remain in the session, or you can rejoin the session. We will start our next session after a health break of 25 or 30 minutes. 12:30 or 12:35 PM को हम हमारा next session शुरू करेंगे. So you will remain in this session, or you can join again. I will be there in Meet for the next session too. So you can join as per your convenience till the session starts. So I again thank you, put my thanks to Vivekanand sir, and hope we will have the interaction, one-to-one interaction, when all the things were good, and we will have your expert in our institute physically. So thank you very much,
sir. Thank you.
once
I
again.
like to get associated. Thank you and good day to all.
Thank you. Thank you,
Right.
sir. And thank you all participants. You have attendance in chat box after 5 minutes. Okay, or group, or in a group. Thank you.
Bye.